Oh, what's that? You thought we were done with Diecast reviews today. Oh, no, 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 no. We still got something real cool to show you today. Hello and welcome into this extra RNN Diecast review for this week. As always, I'm your host, Garth Allen. Thank you once again for joining me today. If this is your first time catching a Racing News Now video, consider going down below to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications so you don't miss a thing going forward from RNN. And on this extra diecast review for this week, you see what it is. Maybe the coolest diecast for the entire 2019 season. This is a cool one. As you can see, as you've seen in the title, as you can see in the box in front of you, it's Hailie Deegan's Las Vegas Dirt winner from the Bullring at the beginning. First race of the K&N West season for 2019. So without further ado, let's take a look at this box. As with every Hailie Deegan car produced so far, it does come with a special box here, which obviously you see a picture of Hailie post-race, driving around with the checkered flag, K&N Pro Series, Bill McAnally Racing, the Deegan 38 logo, TRD up here in the top right corner, Hailie Deegan logo, her socials, and her website down here in the bottom right corner. On the front, Hailie Deegan logo once again. They never did make an actual render of this car, so I guess in place of a render, you take a picture of the actual car and put it on here. 2019 Las Vegas winner. Not a lot else out of the ordinary on here. On the back, see a picture of her in Victory Lane. Same things as we had on the top. K&N, Bill McAnally, Deegan 38, socials, website, Hailie Deegan, TRD, and the production sticker. 1,333 of these Las Vegas winners made. It is an ARC car, but because this was on the real car raced in this race was an old Gen 4 car they'd repurposed as a dirt car. Yes, it's an ARC, but because of that, it had to be an older mold, so it's not quite to the low level of detail of current ARCs, as we'll see here in a moment. Only thing that comes in the box, unless mine disappeared somewhere, this one didn't actually come with a K&N Race Winner sticker like the Meridian Win did. All that comes in here is the race detail card, K&N Pro Series, Hailie Deegan Star Nursery 100 winner, second career K&N victory. On the back, Deegan open season with Vegas Thriller. You can pause to read that if you want to. All right, and on to this beautiful masterpiece of a car. This is, I think personally, without a doubt, I don't think there's any other car this season that can beat this. I think this is #1 diecast of the 2019 season, without a doubt. Now, I do have a couple complaints, but overall, this car's pretty stout. So first, as usual, take a look under the hood. Only Toyota on the underside of the hood. Take a look at the beautiful engine detail that you get here on what seems to be maybe a 2007 Toyota Camry mold. That's what I'm guessing this is. I haven't seen anything official on that. I don't know exactly what they did use for this, but I feel like it's got to be an 07 Camry. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, and I probably am, and somebody's probably going to berate me in the comments for this, but isn't 07 the only year that they had Camrys in the Cup Series? On a Gen 4 mold, that is, before everything went to COTs. I may be wrong on that. I probably am wrong on that, but I think that's the case, and I think this is an 07 Cup Series Camry mold. Now, the biggest issue I have with this is, let's take a look here at the picture from post-race. You see the jaws here around the upper grill. That was one thing Hailie talked about a few times, and one thing that might have been the coolest part of this car is that they had painted those jaws on the front of it. Now, I don't know how well they're going to show up on camera. I think it actually is kind of showing up on here. The white dots on here that I think are supposed to be what you can see of the the jaws, I believe that's what those are supposed to be. And one, they don't look like Jaws. Two, I know the grill isn't exactly what it was on the real car, because I'm pretty sure the real car was actually a Dodge, if I'm not mistaken. Whereas Lionel actually used an actual Toyota. So obviously the grill's not going to line up exactly right. But at the same time, if you're going to at least attempt to put the Jaws on here, at least make them look like Jaws. Like, I don't know. That's my biggest complaint with this car. And I think if that's my biggest complaint with this car, I think we're doing okay. So, completely sealed off grill down here at the bottom, which it wasn't completely sealed off, but I mean, it's close enough. I don't have a huge issue with that. Lots of dirt buildup around here. Toyota logos here on either side. 19 Bill McAnally Racing. Dirt splatter all down the hood here with the Monster Claw and Napa Power Premium Plus. Look at all that detail there inside the cab of the car. Why don't we get that anymore? That's awesome. That just looks fantastic. K&N Pro Series across the top banner of the windshield. Number 19 on the roof. Roof flaps do function. Back window, Deegan, DIN number 987, Monster Energy on the deck lid, and see more dirt splatter all back down here. Take a look at the fuel cell detail. Nice to have a trunk that opens enough to actually see that. Down the driver's side. The other weird thing here is I don't feel like the tires quite line up right on the wheels, because you can kind of see it here. There's a little bit of an indentation here between the wheel well and between the rim itself here and the actual rubber for the tire. Like, there's just a gap in there that really doesn't feel right. I feel like the tires weren't exactly lined up right on the rim. I don't know exactly what's going on here with that, because actually you see over here on this side of the tire, it sits almost flush, not completely, but more flush than it does on the other side of the tire. So I'm not really sure what's going on there with the tires. They don't seem completely right. I don't really know what's going on there. And that may be because they actually use dirt tires here. And you can see here on the bottom, the actual diecast chassis with this that looks amazing. A lot better than the current plastic ARC chassis. But they did use the dirt tires with this, so that maybe the problem here is the rims with the 2007 Camry don't line up exactly right with the dirt tire treads. So I don't know, that may be the issue here. I'm not really sure. I see dirt splatter here all down the side here through the number 19 and the Monster Claw contingency sponsors, K&N Pro Series, and then what do we have up here for a sticker? Kers? Wheelin' Kers? I don't know what that's supposed to be. Cloth window net, Hailie Deegan on the name rail. Sponsors down the B post, TRD on the C post, Napa Power Premium Plus, Monster Energy Mobile 1 back here on the quarter panel. On the back bumper, more dirt back here, napafilters.com, all about how you drive, BMR, Toyota, and number 19. A little bit of scuffs back here on where the back bumper meets the quarter panel. And then down the passenger side, this is the coolest part of this car. You got lots of tire marks and dirt and all kinds of stuff. Mainly, I'm pretty sure this is where she got into Jagger Jones in the last lap to take the lead, to take the win. Lots of scuffs down this side. Marks up here in front of the right front tire. Markings completely rubbed off of this right front tire. Tire marks, donuts, lots of dirt splatter down this side. Like, this passenger side of this car looks fantastic. This definitely, just this passenger side alone is worth picking up this car. But the rest of this car, I mean, like I said, there are some issues with it. The tires don't exactly line up completely well with the rims. The feeble attempt for the jaws on the grill, but overall, this is a solid car. And Lionel did a fantastic job with this car. Honestly, I'd give this a 9.5 out of 10, which is a higher rating than I would give probably any diecast I've gotten from Lionel in the past 3 or 4 years at least. So hats off to Lionel. They did a fantastic job with this. I would recommend picking one up if you can find one. For everywhere I've looked, I believe they're sold out now unless you go to eBay, and who knows what you're going to pay on eBay. So if you didn't pre-order this, you probably missed out on it, at least for a decent price. But if you can snag one up for a decent price, I would recommend it, because this is fantastic. This is one car that I think is going to be a centerpiece of my collection for a long time. It's just an awesome car. So many things to like about it. First and foremost, that it's a Gen 4 mold. When's the last time we got a Gen 4 mold for a current car? I mean, I guess it would have been 07, right? Unless they produced like a ARCA car in a Gen 4 mold since then or something like that. But I feel like it would have had to have been 07 last time we got a current car in a Gen 4 mold. So it just looks fantastic. The Gen 4 look is just so aesthetically pleasing. I think more aesthetically pleasing than the Gen 4 or the Gen 5 or the Gen 5 or the Gen 6 personally. I think are a lot less aesthetically pleasing than the Gen 4 personally. This car is fantastic. I love it. Like I said, if you have the chance to get one for a decent price, you don't have to pay some ridiculous price on eBay. Do it. It is well worth it. I really think this is going to be #1 diecast of 2019. I don't think there's going to be any diecast made that is better than this in terms of the detail, the race marks, the Gen 4 mold, the just everything around it. I don't think it's going to get better than this for diecast in 2019. So really cool car there. But I think that'll do it for this one. Had the normal diecast review went up an hour ago. It was Christopher Bell's Atlanta winner from the second week of this season in Xfinity. So if you haven't seen that, go check that out. And K&N West season finale this weekend from Phoenix, along with the penultimate races of the season for trucks, Xfinity, and Cup. So look for rewind shows from all of that, as well as a champion interview with Derek Kraus, as well as a winner interview as well, depending on who wins the race. Obviously, if it's Derek Kraus, we're not going to do 2 separate interviews for that. But if it isn't Derek, should have 2 separate interviews for that with the winner and Derek to talk about the championship. So look for those coming out this weekend, as well as rewind shows. Lots of stuff coming up for you for Phoenix coverage this weekend. So if you haven't done it already, you need to go down below, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications so you don't miss a thing going forward from RNN. While you're down there, why don't you hit that big thumbs up button if you like the video. It is much appreciated when you do. But at that, this has been the RNN Diecast Review. I'm Garth Allen for Racing News Now.